Earlier today, I was feeling feeling pretty bummed out. I couldn't even trade my strategy due to stupid, basically, I guess CME um increased the margin, and so because of their increase of margin, Top Step just put a restriction on it because their margins would have had to increase as well, and so Mm, it makes sense why they did it. And until CME lowers the margin or something changes again because trading at all-time highs, um, they can't do anything about it right now. So everyone, I went to the Top Step Discord and everybody's like, "Oh, it's temporary, temporary, temporary." But yeah, it's temporary and it's also wait, what was I saying? Yeah, it's temporary, sure, but it's also it's indefinite, right? So as long as it's indefinite, I can't trade it, right? And sure, could I hop over to trading something like the NQ? I could, but then that would defeat the purpose because the whole point of trading gold, I like the way gold moves. I've been trading gold for a year, okay? Like, this isn't just some arbitrary, oh, I'm gonna hop over and start trading in something else. Like, no, I've been trading gold for literally like a year. So I'm not just gonna flip-flop to to an indice just because I can't trade a metal. So, um, as it stands, because I can't trade with Top Step, like I can, but again, like you saw it earlier today. Sure, I lost like $30, but I could have taken profit, right? But I didn't. Why? Because I was only up $30. So I was like, I'll wait for it to drop down. Well, then it didn't. It reversed. That's the problem. When you're only trading like one or two whatever micro contracts, then a 30 tick move instead of a 30 tick move being, you know, 300 to $1,000, it ends up being $30 to, I mean, because the maximum I can trade is two, which means that that's all I can trade. So until that gets itself worked out, I can't trade this, right? And I already spent $100 getting the account, so it's kind of pointless to an extent. Hold on, let me read this. Requester. Okay. I'm just making sure. Basically, so I have like 70, almost 70 cases. So I have to go through each one and I have to put the correct correspondence and the letters and the emails and everything. And then I'm doing a note, like an analyst note for each case. I'm putting it in the folder so that everybody can see what my last words were. Although some of my last words I'm filtering because I want to be like, this person doesn't know what they're doing. I want to say a lot of things I can't say, but anyways. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm dealing with work. But what I'm gonna do instead, and like I said, I don't I don't relish in this at all. I actually loathe the idea of yeesh, I loathe the idea of having to one second, yeah, loathe the idea of having to trade on Apex, but that being said, Apex has the lowest, gosh, I could trade this one, 25K, same price, but a fraction of the, hold on, let me go back up to here. Uh, yeah, PA fees are still exactly the same. I might do a 25K account because the 25K, why does it say only 1970 for a 50K eval, but it says 90% off all evals? So random. Anyways, Apex is weird. But what I'm saying is if I did a 25K starting, I only have to make half. Um, yeah, I only have to make half. Hmm. It doesn't really matter. Not really. Um, why am I on wealth charts? Uh, yeah, I might just do the 100K full because it doesn't matter. Because if you get a good one, you get a good one, and then it doesn't matter. But one second, let me just because I have to trade, right? Like I can't keep sitting in paper trading. It doesn't have the same effect. It doesn't have the same anything. I have to actually trade. Otherwise, I will go stir crazy. So, because Apex has the lowest, and again, like I said, because Apex has the lowest barrier to entry, right? That's the only thing they have going for it. Lowest barrier to entry, which means I can pass an account in a day and then I can be actually trading for real money. Yes, for 8 days, but the 8 days doesn't bother me, right? If I'm trading and I'm doing it successfully, trading for 8 days isn't going to bother me. What bothers me is, um, hold up. What bothers me is not being able to trade on Top Step because of a rule, which I get it, but like if I'm on an eval, why does it even matter, right? Like if I'm on an eval, why does it matter? Um, what's their coupon code? Hold up. Doesn't say there's there's a code. Doesn't say there is. Okay, we'll just hit next. Okay. It won't let me hit next. Maybe there isn't a coupon code. It's possible. Let's go and see. Yeah, no, there needs to be a coupon code. What the heck? 2 seconds, please. Cancel. Okay, hold up. Yeah, Apex is always doing stuff, doing deals, but it's like, yeah, I have no idea. I have actually no idea what the code would be. Using code future. What? Okay. I don't think that's right, but let's see. Not wealth charts. Rhythmic. Trade. But no, it's like if I can't um if I can't trade on Top Step, I have to trade on something because not trading is is stressing you the fork out. Yes. Like not trading is it's like Oh, that actually worked. Interesting. $39. Hold up. That coupon code can't be right. It's saying $39 for this says 1970 for an eval. So why is this? Okay, you can't see it obviously, but this is discounting it down to $39. That's not correct. Uh-huh. This should be, it should be, okay, so either there's a code profit, code something else, trying different codes, because these ones aren't working. One second. Let's try profit. See if that is the correct coupon code. Nope, still exactly the same. Profit didn't work, future didn't work, or somebody doesn't want to do math. Let's see. TS, let me just copy this one. None of them work. All of them are giving the exact same percentage off. Hmm. This is a 50K. Interesting. See, okay, I'm reading this. It says 1 day to pass, no consistency rules, special pricing. The 150K, 200 to 250K, and 300K are all 39.70, which is what they're trying to charge me. 39.70, the same price, but it says for 50K for an evaluation should be um oops, it says 50, it should only be 19, but it's 40, and I want to know why. Okay, let's do something random. Let's say if I click the um 25K, I'm just gonna do the exact same thing, but for the 25K, see why. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go to their support because okay, let's hit next and see what happens. It's only $37. Interesting. I don't know what their discount is, but it doesn't make sense. Okay. Maybe it's for static only. I don't know. I literally don't know. Um, go away. No, 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 nope. Okay, so I was about to get a oh look, see, this is where your entry would have been, right here. Crazy, right? I know, right there, entry. Oh look, exactly. I don't get why. Oh, oh, never mind. This is good. Announcement. Due to market volatility, trading on select material interests is temporarily halted across all vendors. Existing positions may be flattened. New trades are restricted until further notice. I'm actually glad I'm seeing this now before I just bought another account. That's crazy. And I bet Take Profit has the exact same thing. Wonder if they sent me an email because I got an email from Take Profit and I never opened their emails. I always delete them. Okay, I just sent a message to um who's it called? Yeah, I just sent a message to take profit, but basically, I just want to show you this. Okay, first of all, I don't know why we have to have everything up in here, but okay, so hold on, we can't even see. Yeah, okay, right here. Due to market volatility, trading select metal instruments. They're even limiting you can't even trade MGC at all. Is temporarily halted across vendors. Existing positions may be flattened. New trades are restricted until further notice. Until further notice. I guess I can work on my strategy a little bit more, but yeah, this is a problem. And then I just went to take profit. I'm not going with take profit, but went to take profit to see if there's same issue. And they're all like, oh, you can trade it. But I'm like, no, because I'm not gonna, one, I'm already not gonna buy their account, and two, I'm not gonna buy an account with them, um, because I don't like their platform. And actually, I like their platform better than Apex, but Apex is cheaper. But uh, yeah, I don't even know. Um, it's just frustrating because my whole strategy is based off of trading gold. Like that's the thing I trade the best, and it's the one thing I can't trade. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how that works out. Um, Real unfortunate, like, but it's like, see, because here I would sell here, and I can't. But like, I mean, I wouldn't sell because this didn't, but like, I would have sold here. And it's like, I can't do anything. I literally can't do anything because it's indefinitely closed. Indefinitely. So it's like, I can't do anything. So I guess I can trade like it's the real thing. Do it on here. Trade like it's the real thing. But at the end of the day, I can't. Like, I literally can't. So it's sad. It really is because I've just been waiting for a breakthrough. And I finally get something. I start getting somewhere and I can't even trade it. Maybe that just means I need to go back to the drawing board. I need to hammer some things out. Okay, fine. I'll hammer some things out. But I'm just tired of all this false hope, all this, oh, everything's gonna, it all looks good until it doesn't. I don't even know why I'm live streaming this, but I just decided to get on and um, just speak my mind. I mean, work, I'm almost done. I mean, I'm going through one case at a time, each case. I mean, I'm going through 10. So basically, I'm doing 10 cases at a time every day. And I'm going through, I have to copy all the emails over into a file. Any, like processing that I was doing, because some of the processing um, I do it on my desktop, and because if I do it within the actual shared folder, it takes forever to save and the document gets all messed up. So that's what I've been working on. Oh, sorry. Anyways, yeah, so I think when I come back, I'm gonna talk about context as it relates to how to choose these, right? Because this is beautiful. This was actually beautiful. This this did never crossed over. But this came up, but then what did it do? it kind of crossed, kind of not really, but then it did, but then it didn't, and then it chopped, right? So this was chop, and you have to factor in the chop, but I don't want chop, right? And maybe I gotta hammer out this strategy and hammer out all the chop because that's what's happening. Why? Tell me why. But this is skipping. There's a lot of skipping happening here. Look. Hold up. Yeah, we were here and then we jumped up here. And then we stopped here, but then we opened here. And then we closed here, but then we opened there. Then we closed here, and that was fine. But look, we skipped. We are hopping around. This was flat. Then we went all the way up. Somehow we closed down here and then opened up here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I wonder if there's a rollover. There shouldn't be. I mean, there could be. I don't know. There's a rollover gonna happen because that might explain some of this choppiness. Because I'm on a continuous rolling contract, so I don't know why it's so glitchy. That's weird. Very, very weird. This is gold, right? Okay. So weird. Okay, but anyways, aside from all of that, um, so my 10 that I had today didn't have any request or correspondence, so basically I don't have to do anything for that. I guess I'm just gonna have to real-time prep. I'm gonna have to real-time prep. I get that's what I'm gonna have to do is real-time prep, even though I can't trade it like I can, because until further notice isn't forever, right? The margins have increased, and so either Top Step's gonna have to work with increased margins, or they're going to have to, um, I don't know, they're gonna either have to work with increased margins, or sorry, or they're going to, or the margins are gonna be lowered again. I don't know how that works. Um, Yeah, because one thing I didn't want to do, I definitely didn't want. Yeah, because this person's saying I can trade gold on Take Profit, but Take Profit is at the bottom, is bottom of the barrel. Yeah, Take Profit is bottom of the barrel. Like Apex is bottom of the barrel, but Take Profit is just another level of bad, right? And yes, they may say, "Oh, you're allowed to Valentine's Day sale." Sorry, they may say, "Oh, they may say, oh, you're allowed to trade gold, right?" And then tomorrow they could change that rule. Then I have a take profit trader account that I don't even want simply because they allow the trading of gold, right? And now they don't. So now I'm stuck with an account that I don't want and I can't trade. So I'm just gonna, I think the best thing to do, you saw me this morning. I was staring at, scroll. Okay. I was staring at NQ like, oh, trade NQ. I was about to angry trade with NQ because I was kind of upset. Not kind of upset. I was a lot upset. But I can't trade NQ simply because yeah, I can't trade NQ simply because gold is currently unavailable and it's not going to be forever. It's just a timing thing, and it happened to be the time when I needed to trade gold because I lost my job, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Um, you know, I don't know. It's a very vulnerable place to be at. I was talking to Jaden earlier, and he's like, I felt the same way when I lost that opportunity, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, okay, but it's not the same thing. And he said, I'll explain. And I'm like, listen, it's not the same thing. It isn't because, he wanted to be a police officer and that fell through. And, he's stuck with, well, what do I do now? I get that, because I can relate. I was gonna be in the Secret Service, okay? I was going through the interview, the application process. I was going through all the steps and stuff. I passed the interviews, everything, right? But then I got disqualified and it was like, I don't know. I felt like my whole life was just one big question mark. But the difference between that is, the similarities with Jaden is that, guess what? Even while you're waiting and you're in a season of waiting and you don't know what's next, you still have stability. You still have a job. You're still paying the bills. You're not at a question mark of are you going to be able to keep the lights on? And that's very, very different to not only having an opportunity gone, right? Because this being able to trade gold, that's an opportunity that's been taken away simply because of market conditions I can't control, right? So that opportunity's gone, job gone for no fault of my own. And somebody called me about a job today, but they're like, oh, it's in Washington, D.C. I can't just pick up and move to Washington, D.C. So when I say that, I say, so yeah, when I say that, it's like, um, it's very, what's the word? What's the word? Um, it's not the same, right? Having uncertainty about the future while still having security is still security, right? But having uncertainty about the future, like, God, what do you want me to do next? Because it seems like you keep slamming doors in my face. Job door slammed in my face, trading gold slammed in my face. Uh, Other jobs I hear back from can't possibly work out. So it's like all these doors getting shut, and it's not just a matter of a door shut and, well, I guess I don't know what to do now. I'll wait on God. It's like, I don't know what to do now. I'll wait on God while also waiting for the clock to tick down to the point where now I could potentially, lose my apartment, right? So when I say, it's not the same thing, I'm saying it's not the same thing. Having having job security, having job security while you're in a period of waiting is great. I'm like, imagine, okay, that opportunity was gone to be in the sheriff's department. That opportunity's gone, but also at the same time, you lost your job at the restaurant, and now you won't be able to pay your bills, and you won't be able to live there anymore. So yeah, that hurts a lot more than, oh, I just missed an opportunity. Not being able to trade gold already sucks, right? But not being able to trade gold while also simultaneously being, not being able to trade gold while simultaneously being in the process of losing your job and your income and your ability to pay rent, completely different things, right? If just this happened, I'd be a little upset, but I'd be like, whatever. It'll come back. Don't stress it. Don't worry. It's fine. Or if it had been, you know, or let's say I had applied for another job and it didn't work out, I'd be like, okay, it's whatever. I still have a job. It's cool. It's whatever. Or if I wasn't able to go to fitness class, I'd be like, yeah, I can't go to fitness class, but it's whatever. I was gonna quit fitness class anyways to go do an MMA class, but now it's like I have to lose all of that stuff, and there is no backup. There is no safety net. So it's like the rug literally being pulled out from under you while everybody else is saying, everything will work itself out. Don't worry. Meanwhile, you know, it's like, okay, picture this, okay? It's like you're scaling a mountain and you have a rope tied to you, like your whatever rope you have, and then all of a sudden, let's say you're reaching for this spot, but your grip slips and you miss it. Well, you still have your rope securing you, so you're fine. You're fine. But now, let's say you're reaching for things. And okay, let me say this. I don't know. I'm not a rock climber, so it's hard to do an analogy about rock climbing. But think about it this way: you're scaling a mountain, you're rock climbing, okay, and you're tied to like the safety harness or whatever, okay. Now, let's say you reach for a rock or to hoist yourself up, and your grip slips and you fall back. Well, it might suck. You might have to go, find something else. That one didn't work. Find something else, but you still have that harness securing you. Your harness is still there. So it doesn't matter how many times you slip and you miss something, you still have a harness. You're not, nothing is lost, right? But now, let's say the ropes on your harness are frayed, they're breaking. Let's say the ropes are breaking, and with every passing minute, another thread breaks, and another thread breaks, and another thread breaks, right? So now, when you're trying to reach for safety, you're trying to reach to that next rock to help get yourself up, right? Every time you try to reach for something, when you slip, it's not just a slip, oh, I'll try again. Every slip feels almost deadly because you can't afford to keep slipping. You can't afford to keep messing up. You can't afford to keep losing because every loss means when that rope breaks, there's nothing else there. It's just you and the air between the ground. Okay. So, um, and that's how it feels. It's like when you mess up and there's slip ups and little whoopsies and bumps through life, but you still have a harness, you still have your safety net, everything's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh wow. But when you slip up and you have a whoops and there is no safety net, or the safety net is going away, it makes it that much harder to lose. It makes loss feel like it's crushing. Loss becomes just absolutely crushing. What was I saying? I don't know. I was going on a whole rant. Reset. Yeah, it's like loss becomes hold up. Okay, I have to add a bunch more zeros. But yeah, it's like loss becomes oops. Okay. It's like loss becomes just devastating. It's not there's no such thing as a simple loss. No, simple loss doesn't exist anymore. It becomes yikes. But yeah, I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, it makes loss seem almost unreal. It's like if you hey, what happened? Oh, it's funny. Okay, but that's the thing. It's like, okay, well, maybe you've been, idolizing your job and making I don't even like my job. Let's get that part, squared away. I don't even like my job, okay? Um, yeah, my job is absolutely obnoxiously annoying, okay? I don't even like it. And yet, it's I guess I see it as this rock, as this stability. I just see it as this rock and this yeesh. I see it as this rock and this stability, and without it, it's like and without it, it's like you would think it's just a job, right? It's just a job, it doesn't mean anything, blah 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 blah, fill in the blanks. But for me, yeah, sure, it's just a job, but I guess I just my life was just surrounded by this job that to the point that without it, it's like, well, now what do I do? And maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe I've idolized the job, or I put the job first, and I've made it this thing that maybe I've made it this thing that it was never supposed to be, you know? Because, yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't even know. It's just a job, and it's jobs come and go, but no, I didn't even like the job that much. And by that much, I mean at all. The supervisor was terrible, the boss manager person was terrible, the coworkers were you know. It was just a place to punch in, punch out, and collect a paycheck. I mean, to an extent, that's all it ever was. But I made it this whole thing in my head that my life just sort of surrounded this job. I'm so curious as to why it says I'm down 2 ticks when clearly I'm not. This is weird. It says I'm down 3. I should be all the way, it should all be down here somewhere. It should be like right there if it was actually down, and it's, I don't know. I think it has to do with the whole thing glitching. But yeah, see Price just kind of skipping its merry little way along. Um uh oh, but yeah, anyways, um what was I saying? I don't remember. I just, all I know is this. Why is Price skipping so much? That's my question. Like Price isn't moving, but the numbers are moving. I've never seen gold trade like that before. Yikes. Ugh. But yeah, it's um, like I get it. Sometimes God has to remove idols, but it's not like my job was like an idol. Like I thought I was like, that my job is my life. No, my job wasn't my life. It was just a means to do other things. To be honest, it was always just a means for. It was never the end all be all. It was never the end all be all. It was always just a means to do something else. Hence, i.e., trading. Um, it was a means to trade. A means, I looked at I made like a goals board like a goals board has like short-term goals. Why aren't these closing? There's your entry. But why? See, it puts me in way up here when it did not need to. Exactly. Yikes. Anyways, that was a bad entry. But, okay, so this would be gone, right? Hold up. See, this would be gone, so I have to reset it. That's the second time. See, like I said, maybe this is a blessing because I am not ready clearly. Okay. Why did it put me all the way in up there? I don't know. Hold up. Why does it say 24? Was it? That's a good question. It shouldn't. Now, if this was correct and it's not, I just discovered something is wrong. Oh, oh, something is very wrong. Hold on. Look at that. Exactly the same. Wait. Oh no. Okay, you know how I said I was trading on the two ticks, remember? Sorry, not two ticks, but two. 1 second, watch this. This isn't right. Symbol. Box size 1. Why is it 1? It should be 2. Because if you notice, the alert wasn't going off that entire time. What? This would have been a trade. Would have been a bad one, but that would have been a trade. This one right here would have been a trade. Oh, this is all making sense now. It's all making sense. No wonder why I was moving so fast and all of the entries were bad. Okay. Yikes. It's because I changed the box size for when I was looking at oil. I wasn't looking at oil? Yeah. I was looking at oil and then I was, ugh, gosh. My head is killing me. Yeah, Coach never responded. Yeah, so every Monday I ask Coach, I'm like, what's the schedule for the week? And he always replies, but then somebody else asked him before I got a chance to, and he never replied. Anyways, okay, so yeah, that's why there were so many um alerts. Well, the alerts weren't happening because of that. Um, okay, so things I want to look into is coming up with a very specific divergence that I look for. For example, this is divergence. Green overbought to where this turns green, then wait for another one that comes up to the, I can count 69, maybe, just maybe. It was very close. This, and then wait for a cross. I mean, that could be one, but then I'd have to do the reverse for this. So for example, eesh. Okay, so for example, this one. So this was overbought into the green. Okay, going wait. This one came up to 68. Where's the 69? There, 69 right here. Wait for the cross, but then this one would have lost, right? And then we get another green that's overbought. And then we get a sell that's decent. Um, I'm gonna keep selling. But yeah, all those sells were then decent. Okay, let's go. Keep going, keep going. Okay, or like in this instance, this one oversold here, 26 into the red, and then this one oversold at 31, and then you'll wait for the cross and buy, which was again decent. So maybe just maybe, I need I need a concrete set of rules where we are overbought and then we're overbought or almost overbought, but we have to push up more because like you want to get stuff like this, um, or here where we're, but this one there was no divergence. This doesn't count. It really limits trades when you do that. Which is the point. You don't want to be taking everything that you see. So here, extremely overbought, but then it just sold so beautifully. I don't know. I don't know. This was on a Sunday evening, so but then here, like for example, we're oversold. We sold down again and again, and then we bought. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't know, but something needs to be done about this, and I don't have all the answers, obviously. Okay, I've been streaming for like an hour, and basically, I've just been ranting, saying absolutely nothing except, it's kind of sucks. And by kind of sucks, I mean, it really does suck. But this could be a blessing in disguise that I'm just complaining about because it's allowing me to work through some of these kinks, and there are a number of them. There's a lot of problems. It's allowing me to work through the kinks and figure out some of these issues and, maybe be able to trade a little bit better and smoother without problems, without extreme problems. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I was running up so fast. I was like, why is everything moving so quickly? Because I was on the wrong thing, and I didn't even realize it until I was setting stop losses, and then I was like, wait a second, this isn't right. Okay. So cool, 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 cool. Okay. Yep. Whoa. That is good. So they should have formed something and it hasn't. No. Why? No one knows. It's kind of annoying, but okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go because I've been rambling and yeah.